I guess TB and DJ, just for both of you guys, ever since Carter came back from the NBA draft and testing those waters. Just how have you seen him grow? How do you feel like he's? I guess how has that process benefited him?
It's been good just seeing how he matured as a player. Just when it comes to being on the court and off the court, like taking care of his body and stuff like that. Just all the small things that's important to the game, like being in practice, knowing certain stuff, knowing certain drills just from being here before, just from having that experience. So it's been good just seeing how much of a better player he has become.
And Maleek, Nick, both of you guys are in Arkansas just for the first year for both of you guys. Just how have you guys adjusted to your new surroundings? How are you guys enjoying playing here?
I would say I'm enjoying it a lot, getting used to everything. Some things are new for me. Just when it comes to college, everybody get that college welcoming, but some things are new. I'm getting adjusted to everything. Nothing's really too fast or too sped up for me. I'm gonna handle everything the way I need to, but everything's going good in the way I feel it should be going.
I'd definitely say for me, it's going pretty good. Being surrounded by a lot of great guys. It's been, a lot of work every day. It's been fun. Coach Cal has been a great coach. You got the staff behind him to support, so you can't really ask for any better. And I mean, with this team and the coaching staff, I feel like we can have a great team this year.
This is for Nick and Trevon. It seemed like the guards today and the drill work did a good job of finding you guys on DHOs after the roll or pick game. Talk about what it's been like getting the ball from these guys and how that's been working so far through practices.
Man, I'm not gonna lie. Me being the player that I am, it's been amazing just being around these guys. Literally, you have everybody else on the court besides me, that can pass me the ball. So it's it don't matter who you get in the ball screen with. You can slip out. You can go and dribble handoffs. Drags, anything. They'll get you the ball. Any way, shape, or form. So it's been fun. Just building the chemistry, and we only wanted to go up from here.
Yeah, I'll say it's fun playing with unselfish guards. When you roll to the basket, you like to, get the ball. They have the ball in their hands all the time, so you can get a lob or something. They give it to you. That feels good.
And as far as playing with a veteran like DJ, what are you learning from him in that backcourt? Because you were on the ball a lot today too.
Yeah, DJ, he's doing an amazing job at just teaching me to slow things down at times. Everything doesn't need to be so sped up, and he's learned that through a full year, multiple years of college, and just a lot of good talks, slow things down. He's helping me be in better positions on the floor, helping me know where to be at on offense and defense, helping me to continue to communicate, even though I already do that at a high level, I feel. Just adding extra gear, I would say, and being an amazing teammate.
Can you feel you guys are further along maybe at this point of the summer than you were last year, or even for both you guys prior years? Because there's some, still some turnover, but a lot of guys coming back this year.
Yeah, I would just say last year we were kind of injured during the summer, so we couldn't get the bump, that we needed. But this year we got everybody practicing, everybody playing the whole summer, so we're getting a lot out of it.
DJ.
Yeah, I say the same thing. We had a lot of injuries last year, so we wasn't able to play as much. But when it comes to coming along as a team, I wouldn't be able to tell you that. That's something for coach to tell you. But I feel like we've been playing together pretty good, just learning each other pretty good, and everybody on the court can play. So I feel like they all make it easier to play with them, and it's been fun, just fun learning each other's games.
From Acuff, from Darius, so far going up against him and working with him in practice, what are some things that maybe make him special here as a five-star freshman coming in?
He can do everything. He can shoot. He play with great pace. He play physical. So it's fun to play with him and against him every day. I feel like he even making me better. He making all of us better, and it's good that we all get to play against each other in practice and stuff like that, because I feel like it's making us all better. So when it's time to play against other people, we can finally have fun and play against other people. But, it's been a blessing just to play on the court with a guy like that, with the teammates I got, so it's been fun.
Maleek, earlier you said something about adjusting to the college game, and I'm just curious, has there been a welcome to college moment where it's like, oh, this is different than what I'm used to?
Nah, I really wouldn't say it's been a welcome to college moment. I would just say Coach Cal, he's doing a great job at critiquing every little thing that needs to be critiqued. I mean, that's just the guy he is. He wants to make sure everything's perfect or in the best shape or form. Like, he going to make sure he keep getting it through your head, make sure he making his message clear. But I wouldn't really say a welcome to college moment, just a lot of key points for me to excel all year at the next level.
And Nick, I'm curious, what's it been like going up against Maleek Ewan? Kind of what's been your impressions of playing with him?
It's been really fun playing against Maleek Ewan and TB. They've been getting me a lot better. It's been a battle. You got 2 6'10" guys, long arms. You gotta they iron sharpen iron pretty much. So going against them every day is getting me better, and I hope to strive to be the best version of myself to help them do the same.
This for TB and DJ, and then one for y'all. Just, you guys feel like there's a point right now to push the pace a little bit? Coach seemed like he was really trying to urge that today.
Yeah, I mean, you could say that. Just with the way practice been going and stuff like that, and even like conditioning and stuff like that. Like, our conditioning been crazy. Like, we've been having days, like, you run so much you don't even feel like doing nothing else. You just want to go home and lay down. So, I mean, in that aspect, yeah, like conditioning and just playing more. We've been playing a lot more, and that's something Coach been urging us, just to play more and just learn each other's games more and play together.
How do you see the pace and conditioning this year?
Yeah, I'll say, in practice we've been playing real fast. Obviously the conditioning probably, has something to do with that. Everybody's well conditioned, so, us playing fast, hopefully that translates into the year, and, it's a fun year.
And then just a quick one out of you, Nick and Maleek. Just the vibe when you guys came in here. Does it have that family kind of camaraderie? People welcome you right in. Give me a quick thought on what it's like now to be a Razorback.
I mean, honestly, it definitely feels like a family setting here. I mean, all the coaches welcome. Warm welcomes. It's been fun. I've seen a lot of guys being in the SEC for a little minute, so, bumping into them game after game here and there. I don't know them personally, but coming here, it was just like we knew each other forever. So, and that's one thing I feel like I'm good at, just building bonds and relationship, and I feel like that runs, long and into a long season. So that'll take us far.
And then on my part, it's been a huge family vibe, in my opinion. Like, you step foot on campus, you step foot in the gym, just around your peers and teammates, and you feel super welcome. You feel like they're genuinely helping you. Like, my teammates genuinely help me. They genuinely try to make me get better, because however far they help me go is how far we go as a team. So we're doing it for a team. We're doing it together all year. So I felt the family vibe as soon as I stepped in here, and it's going to continue.
TB and DJ, last time we saw you guys before today was in San Fran after the Texas Tech loss. I'm just trying to wonder what is y'all's feelings and kind of motivation from then with how the locker room was. Everyone's upset. Just have y'all used that as like motivation this summer, kind of approaching it, or is it just business as usual?
It's business as usual, but it's the way that the game happened is, it was a tough pill to swallow for sure. But it's business as usual. We got to move on. We got to go through it this summer, go through the process, and we're gonna have to go there and play another season. So last season don't really matter.
As a competitor, it never feels good to lose, especially in that fashion. So, you could say we kind of use it as motivation, but it's just as a competitor. But when it comes to moving on, just listening to Coach, just listening to him, he does a good job of telling us just to take it one day at a time, just worry about the next season. So, that's what we've been doing, just taking it one day at a time and trying to get 1% better every day, just working as hard as we can, just trying to learn as much as possible for the upcoming season.
I saw you matched up with Billy and Carter a little bit today. Just what have you seen from them and kind of, building off that welcome to college moment, what have you seen from those guys that you can learn from and how they've improved this summer?
They've taught me a lot, especially with me watching them all season to prepare for what I'm going to do this year. Like, all last year, I watched pretty much every game just to get a feel for it and to see how they have grown as players and to see how they have grown all summer. It's very special. Like, in practices, the physicality level from both of them is huge. Like, they push me to box out. They push me to run the floor harder. When you got two guys that want to be great themselves while I also want to be great, then it's just like you got dogs in practice. So both of them are tremendous players in my opinion. We're all working on getting better individually, but they're pushing me to my max.
CB and DJ, you guys played with Billy last year. Curious, how have you seen him kind of improve his game over the summer? I know Cal on the court was saying he's playing a little unpredictable. Is that something you'd like to see out of him? Kind of what impressed you about Billy so far?
Yeah, just how he matured, how his game matured. He always play with motor. That's what he brings to the team, energy, motor, just always making plays. That's something coach always say, like, every time he got the ball in his hands, he going to make a play, whether it's scoring or making the right pass or just, seeing that from him, just seeing that in practice, trusting him with the ball, being confident, and him having the ball in his hands, just knowing that he going to make a great play. And then on the other side of the ball, playing defense, he going to make a great play on defense as well. So, it's been fun just being able to be on the court with him, and it's just been an honor just to be able to be on the court with somebody like that.
TB, anything to add?
Yeah, I'll say from last year, he's probably way more mature than last year. Obviously he might turn it over here and there, but he does stuff that makes up for it every single play. Not just here and there. So you can't really talk about him enough and what he brings to our team as far as energy and just kind of our culture.
Nick, you've been to Fayetteville a couple of times with Maleek being a freshman. Is there anything about the area itself that surprised you guys when you're moving here to a new place?
Not necessarily. I do like the college setting. I do like the fans, the people around. They all supportive. They love the basketball team and sports in general here. So I wouldn't say like nothing that stands out crazily, but I do love it here. I'm not gonna lie.
And for me, I wouldn't say nothing really stand out too much. So I'm from Pittsburgh, so I didn't seen a lot. So I didn't. Yeah, so nothing really that stands out. It's just super welcoming, and the area, the people, they make sure it feel like home as soon as I stepped foot on campus.
Nick, you talk about how much SEC experience you have. How does that help you and help the team here next season?
It definitely helped me and the team because I can bring what I know from my previous years playing in the SEC. I can talk to them about things I've seen, how the physicality level. Just knowledge about anything going on. How teams play, for instance, and it's also good to see. I've been with two other coaches in the SEC, so that may be an advantage to two other games. But I understand the play style. And going to Bama. This is kind of similar in a way. I got a lot of guards that can do a lot of different things. So I think we got a plus here. Just looking to move forward and to get better. For the rest of the summer.
You saw a lot of 3-point shots from you today. Is that something that coach is kind of pushing you to do more?
To be honest, no. He kind of wants me to drive it more, I feel like. But, I feel like he can live with some 3-point shots, so he'll be straight.
For Nick, when you were making the transition or when you were thinking about coming from South Carolina to Arkansas, did you reach out to any of the guys on the team, or was it just a decision that you were kind of making on your own just by talking to the coaches?
It honestly was a decision that I made on my own. I went out of field for the most part. I kind of know what the SEC looks like. I know what the coaches look like in the SEC, and I feel like Coach Calipari was the perfect candidate for it. He's a guy that got a lot of guys to the league. He recruits a lot of good guys. They had a great year last year. Even playing them last year was fun. It was fun, but just from our first talk, it was just everything just felt real. He told me he was gonna put me in uncomfortable positions, and he's actually doing that. He making me do a lot of things that I'm not really used to. So it's been fun, and I feel like I've been getting better from it. Uncomfortableness is not fun, but it's gonna get me there. It's gonna get me where I need to be.
How much of that decision in the portal is a strict business decision as far as what gives you the best opportunity versus where you might fit the best with the guys that are already here?
Say that one more time.
How much of that decision in the portal is a strict business decision about which place gives you the best opportunity, whether it's individually or team-wise, versus how much of it is about fit and the guys and being able to just get along and exist in a team?
It's definitely about the fit and being able to play with who you're with, but it's also about taking risks and understanding you have to be with a lot of other good players to ultimately be a good team and to get what you want out of it in general. So and it's not really much teams you're not going to get much out of having 5 to 6 guys. You need about 8 or 9 good guys that can go in and out for each other. So y'all play 100% every time y'all on the floor. So I think that was the biggest part for me. I knew who was here when I was coming in, and I heard a lot in the background of, no, don't go there, don't do this, don't do that. But I mean, just in the bottom of my heart, I know, this is the place for me, and I feel like, it's been worth it, every second of it.
Why would there be any discouragement from coming here? Who would be discouraging you?
No, I'm just saying, like, during the recruitment process and stuff like that.
So, Trevon, we see Nick down there, and he's got his guns uncovered, and he likes to kind of show them. You covered yours, but they look like you might have added something in your upper body. How do you feel about that progress in the off season?
I think I probably just added about 10 pounds. So, I mean, I don't know. I'm just out there playing. I feel good playing. I don't really pay attention to, all that.
You feel that you are stronger in upper body?
Yeah, absolutely.
I got one for Trevon. You've played against him. What's the scouting report on Pringle?
Well, before I say that, I would say we did send them home. So that game, bringing up that game was wild.
That's crazy.
I think it was he killed us the first time, and the scouting report the second time was physical finisher, probably elite offensive rebounder, veteran, and he's been around. He knows how to play, and he didn't do what he did to us the first time. The second time,
you played against him a few times. What's the scouting report?
Crazy athlete. He definitely started shooting the ball a lot more. So they added, of course he was shooting it. But I mean, he really just plays the game. He plays it simple. He makes the right decisions. But mainly it was really just driver, athletic. I mean, and he was a good player. The past few years in the SEC. So he definitely was a focal point.
TV, how would you compare where you're at just this offseason compared to maybe some in the past? Some were recovery off seasons, but just personally, what's different about this one than maybe other in your college career?
I would just say the game has just slowed down probably a lot for me. Just more comfortable out there. 2 summers ago, I didn't get a summer. I was recovering from the ACL, so, I didn't get a summer then. Then last summer was, I feel like I had a good summer last summer too, and I feel good this summer. It's not really any different for me. I'm just go out there playing.
DJ, we got to see Maleek Ewan a little bit today, like bringing the ball up, initiating the offense. I mean, how does that impact an offense when you have a center who can grab a rebound and sprint up the floor and get things going like that?
I feel like it just makes the game a lot easier for all of us, just knowing that, like you said, 6'10", basically a 6'10" wing could bring the ball up, because I feel like it keeps the defense on their heels, just knowing they're going to have to get back no matter who gets the ball, because him pushing the ball just opens the floor up for all of us, because he can make a play just like the guards can. He can make passes just like the guards can. And that just says how much of a good player he is, just being able to bring the ball up and make a play. So I feel like that always keeps the defense on their heels.
Cal said last year at this time that y'all worked mostly on individual stuff, getting guys out of their comfort zone. It seems like there may be more bodies and more team activity. What's the difference between the limited practices last year, and this is for DJ and TB who were here, and now what you're doing now so far?
I feel like this year we just able to play more, just do more stuff like 3-on-3, then transition into 4-on-4, then transition into 5-on-5. So just being able to actually do that and actually get like live bump against each other instead of having to like limit certain stuff from injuries and stuff like that. But I mean, guys still are getting individual work and still working on their games individually, at the same time being able to play with each other. So I feel like it's just better just being able to play with each other as well as getting our individual work in as well.
For TV or for Nick, whoever wants it, I know Kareem didn't practice today, but what does he kind of bring to the table, and just how do you feel that his previous professional experiences is a benefit to you guys?
Kareem, honestly, he's been a good player for the few weeks that we had him. He's been out for a little bit, but I mean, when he was in, I mean, he was a good shooter. I mean, he would take his time and drive it and play a smart player. So I mean, hopefully we can get him back before season starts. I'm not really sure where that's at, but Kareem's he's a good guy. Even him out, he's still in the weight room with us. He's still try to get in the gym and shoot a little bit. But we're just trying to see where he's at right now, and hopefully we can find out soon.
Maleek, I'm curious what your impressions are of Isaiah Sealy, kind of what's it been like playing with him? What does he bring to the table?
Yeah, Zay, in my opinion, he's a very good player, very good athlete. He takes the game very serious. We talk daily, obviously. That's my teammate. That's my friend off the court. So it's like I could tell how much he wants it. I talked to him that we got to be difference makers and real impactful to the game because we're freshmen. And I'm not just trying to be average. I really want to get after it this year for the both of us. So I know that Zay, he really wants it, very competitive, and we're both growing. So I got a lot of praise for Isaiah Sealy.
Speaking of that, it's a celebrated signing class you're part of. Just have you guys bonded much? You know, all the youngsters.
Yeah, I would say everybody bonded. We have a fun time on the court, fun time off the court. We all got very high personalities, in my opinion. Like laugh, joke, do whatever. So it's gonna be a fun group of guys to play alongside with on and off the court, just to get to know everybody.
Thank you, guys. We appreciate your time.
Thank y'all.
Appreciate
Thank
y'all.
y'all.